How's it going today, guys? Big Al Bowie here. And, well, I got that rare case in there yesterday and wanted to share that with you. And before I even get into that, I do want to let you all know one thing, because I know we're going to have that one asshole case guy that's going to come on here and try to run their chops. And before you do that, I just want to let you know that everything I'm about to tell you, you can look up yourself. I'll even tell you where to find it, and it's been verified. Okay? So, let me fix y'all here a little bit. Okay. So, first I want to get into a man named Colonel Coon. Well, his real name was Adrian Harris, but Colonel Coon was just like a military nickname he had that carried over to his knives. But he started tinkering around knives in the 60s. Then he became a certified repair technician for Charade, Kissing Cranes, Hinkle. Then they're around 78, I believe it was. He opened his own knife shop, Tennessee Knife Works, where he made knives under the Colonel Coon brand. And some of the things he was doing at the time was so innovative that, like, he was doing stuff that was unheard of. He had a special chemical etching process he came up with. He made his own dyes, sourced his own bone. Even came up with, new packaging stuff. And, well, he was so good at what he did, W.R. Case and Son actually bought him out in '88 just to get their hands on his etching stuff and dyes and packaging and all that. They actually bought his company, which he later, he worked for Case for a short time as an engineer and a consultant. So, but where he comes into play at is, see, back there in the late 70s, early 80s, there was a lot of these knife clubs springing up. And for Case, if they had to do like a small batch run of, say, 50 or 100 knives, it was too costly for them to stop, switch out their machinery, because I guess their machinery was set up at the time they run certain patterns. So if they had to go and redo all that, it wouldn't pay them to do, under a few hundred. So the small batches got subcontracted out to people. That's where Colonel Coon comes in. And he did the smaller batches, like the 50 knife runs and, other things like that. For the smaller knife clubs, like Old City Knife Club was one, Permian Basin was one, the Gator Knife Club was another. But yeah, just small runs like that. But what made his knife special was they was truly bench made, tabletop made, hand done. Like, he didn't cut corners. There wasn't no machinery in his place. And you can see that by the quality of them. But what's really cool is that he actually would hide his maker's mark on the knife. And like I said, a lot of folks, they think, oh, well, that means club knife or case collector. No, don't. Okay. Now, Case didn't come out with the Case Collectors Club logo till like '86. And it was actually verified by Adrian Harris and Tanya Hinch that the double C stamp was his stamp, the knives that he made. But anyway, we're going to get into this because even I can't explain this knife. But here she is. And just look at that. Look at that absolutely gorgeous red Appaloosa bone. Look, even the blades are swedged, both of them. The Spade Bailey and the clip boy. But wow. Wow. And if you notice another thing, there's no shield on this knife. None at all. And if you look right there, I can get this thing to focus. Right beside the 6, there is the big C and the little C. Well, come on now. But yeah. Check out that thing. That's wedge on that guy. But yeah, these... And you can tell, man, like, I've handled cases from that time period, and there was just something about this thing that... It feels absolutely amazing, and don't feel like you're running the mill case knife. Try to get you a little better look at that. There's the double C. Wedged blades, no shield. Which brings me to another question. He did like commemoration knives and club knives where they had blade etching and it was numbered. This one isn't. So that made me wonder, like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? And I also found out that he would just make knives and give them away to friends. You know, if he had extra parts left over, he would make one, give it away to his friend. He would make test run knives, give those away. And I don't know, since this isn't a club knife really, sorry, it's not numbered. I mean, but it does bear his marks. I mean, is it one of those prototype knives, or did he make it for somebody and gift it to him? I don't know. It is odd. It is absolutely a beautiful knife. See, no shield, swedges, the whole 9 yards. And them handles. Let's look at that. But yeah, like I said, you know, he was so good at what he did. He was like the Tony Bowes of his day. And he was so good that Case bought his company just to get their hands on some of his techniques. So, like I said, awesome knife. And yeah, if you want to read up more on this, just Google search it. Colonel Coon Case Trappers. There's a very interesting read on AAKP, all about pocket knives. Very good, interesting thread on there. You know, I've went through old newspapers, old magazine articles. I've contacted Case. They don't have any idea what this is. This is not from their production run in '82. And, you know, there's a ColonelCoon.net. I mean, I reached out to all of them, and I'm just trying to figure out what this is, you know. And if you got something from late 70s, early 80s, check it, because you might have a Colonel Coon sitting there and not even know it. Because it was said in those message threads that a lot of people mistake that double C as a case marking. Or they call it a collector's club knife, but he put them on there, the ones that he made. And he verified that in 2016, but sadly I can't ask him because he did pass away April of 2020, but yeah, it's a pretty amazing little piece of history there, but it's got some mystery tied to it. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Only thing I know is it's got his mark on it. No shields, swedged blades, and absolutely beautifully done. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys and hope you enjoy it. Because I definitely enjoyed this thing. This is one awesome little piece here. So yeah, the Colonel Coon Case Trapper. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. It's Big Al Bowie, and I'm out.